Welcome to Traveling with Diamonds. This is a WIP in chat. Work in progress is what WIP stands for. My name is Barry. Let me get my timer going. I did have surgery on Tuesday on my right shoulder, but I'm able to diamond paint again. So that's exciting. So hopefully you can see I had to set up on my couch because I can't quite get my craft table out. So hopefully you can see we need washi tape to make this section. But anyway, thank you for joining me today. And let's see if I can diamond paint for an hour. This will be interesting. We'll see how long I last, if I don't last an hour. But one of the most exciting things that happened this week is I got 100 subscribers. So thank you so much to everybody who subscribed. I do want to have a little bit of my appreciation towards you. So I'm going to do a special video where I'm going to answer your questions if you have any for me, and have a giveaway. I have plenty of special drills, you know, pins, trays, you know, things like cover minders. I could put together a cute little goodie bag is what I'm thinking. And wait till that video comes out with the question and answers to learn how to enter the giveaway. But for now, leave me your questions that I could answer. Leave them on this video. Leave them on the post in the community chat, on the community tab of YouTube. Leave me questions, anything. You know, if I don't feel like answering it, I may not, if it's super personal. But if it's something I can answer, I will. And that'll just be, and then look for that video with the giveaway sometime in March, and that will be our celebration for 100 subscribers. So today I'm working on Glorious Purpose. Hopefully, I'm not 100% sure what, it's upside down. Let's see if we can cut our section here. I'm having a little bit of trouble pressing down enough to do things with diamond painting, but it's getting better as I keep trying. But let's get so this is Glorious Purpose, and if you can see the little cover minder here, that's what the image looks like as well. And I got this cover minder from Galloway's Gallery, which I'm not sure if they're still around. This was about 3 years ago that I got this cover minder. So I don't know if Galloway's Gallery is still around. I don't know if they've become something else. I haven't done that research to see. So, yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see. Then this is a Muni Made tray. This green tray. It is one of their like version, you know, older versions without the washi tape thing or the magnets or anything. But tried and true. Muni Made tray. And we have a lovely green pin that I'm not sure where it came from. I've used it on some other projects and I just don't know. I don't know where it came from. I'm not sure. I don't keep a good enough track, I guess, of where my pins come from. And it's probably like an Amazon kind of thing, and not a pin turner. just from the way the pin looks to me, but I'm not 100% sure. I'm hoping you have a decent view. If you don't today, I'm sorry. You can listen and not watch if the view is not good. Let's see. So I have 32 squares left on Glorious Purpose, the one I'm working on right now. I did not go and look and see how many squares I had left of my other WIPs, but I have Home is Where the Magic Is, which I'm pretty sure is halfway done. So there's probably on the order of 30-ish squares left on it. And then Miko the cat is pretty close to being done. It's probably, it's more than halfway done, and it probably has 3 plus some partial squares left on it. I worked on it last weekend, but I can't remember how far I got. So, all my WIPs are put up, because my dad was using my guest room, because he came to stay with me to be my responsible adult, taking me home from surgery and making sure I was okay and all that. And then, and so I pack, because normally I like store my diamond paintings while I'm just working on them, like on the bed, like laid out. And I had to put them up in their little travel bags. So, I haven't gotten them all back out yet. I just got this one out today because I was feeling like I could try diamond painting. I was cleared by my physical therapist to not wear the sling at all times. It's my 3rd day past surgery. So, we'll talk about that a little bit. I did have shoulder surgery. It was arthroscopic. I was on my right shoulder. It was on Tuesday at a surgery center here in Huntsville. The surgery went pretty well. There was no damage to the tendons that needed to be repaired. And they were able to just clean up some stuff and get the bone spurs shaved down. So it was a really quick surgery, and it should be a quick recovery because they didn't have to do any repair work of the labrum or the tendons. So the partial tears that the MRI, I haven't talked to the surgeon, but the partial tears that the MRI found were probably microscopic. So that's good. That's good. And the bones, having the bone spurs gone will help with the pain probably, which is the whole reason why we had the surgery, was to hopefully help with the pain. And one of the weird things about the surgery is the anesthesiologist and the surgeon come by beforehand and put their initials basically on your shoulder, and they were like, "This is a painful surgery. We suggest you get a nerve block." And I'm like, "Okay, I'll do what you say." Well, so have you ever watched Harry Potter? And I don't know if it's the second one or the third one, when what's the character? Something Lockhart or whatever, and he's like the Gilderoy Lockhart or something like that. and Harry falls and has a broken bone at the match. What is it they play? You know, where he tries to get the snitch, and anyway, he fell and he broke one of his arms, and Gilderoy Lockhart like made him be have no bones. And that is what it felt like after a nerve block. I had the nerve block for 24 hours, almost exactly. And it basically, like, I had no control over the muscles in my arm. So if I didn't hold it up, it just flopped to the side. Like, if I didn't, you know, like, if I didn't hold it in the sling, it would just flop to my side. And you couldn't feel it. Like, from the shoulder down, it was a nerve block. It did what it was supposed to do. But it was kind of annoying, you know, once you're out of surgery. Like, it was good because it probably kept the pain down, right after surgery. But, like, I didn't have use of my hand. And so, like, that was annoying, because I was wanting to kind of get out and do things. And, like, we went to an ice cream shop, me and my dad, and I couldn't sign. Like, I had to sign with my left hand, the credit card receipt. So, because I had a floppy right hand. And then, but by the next morning, by Wednesday morning, my hand had come back, and most of the nerve block had been, but it was like I had Harry Potter, like I had no bones for 24 hours. So I was actually a little afraid I was going to hurt that arm somehow because I couldn't feel it, you know, that I was going to hurt one of its joints or something like that accidentally. So I had to be very careful. It's my right arm and it seems fine now, but yeah, just had to make sure I took care of it. So let's see. Yeah, my dad came and stayed for 2 nights, the night before surgery and the night after, just to make sure everything was okay and drive me home from the surgery. I've slept okay, but my pain seems to be the worst at night. So, that's been a little bit of a challenge. I talked with the PT, the physical therapist about that, and, she recommends I've been trying to take as little of the narcotics as possible, because they're narcotics, and, so I've been trying to take as little of those as possible, but I can pretty much during the day get by with Advil. I'm taking, you know, probably higher dose of Advil than normal, but I've had plenty of doctors, you know, kind of give me the upper end of what you can take in Advil. So, so I'm kind of taking what's the kind of upper end of what you can take in Advil in a day. And I'm trying to get by with just Advil because I can't drive if I take the narcotics. That's kind of the rule the doctors have, is if you're taking the narcotics, you can't drive for 24 hours after you take it. So, I haven't driven since surgery. I didn't take narcotics last night, so I could drive today if I wanted to. I am thinking about getting my nails done again. I had to have the nails taken off for the surgery. but I'm kind of thinking about going and getting my nails done. But if I take narcotics to sleep tonight, I can't go get my nails done tomorrow. But I could get them done today if, because I didn't take narcotics last night. So it's just one of those things. Sorry, I pushed the thing out of the way. Let's see. Did I get that lined up again? I'm sorry. I kind of forgot what I was doing, and hopefully it's lined up. Yeah, so, we'll see. I may go get my nails done after this. Just because that would feel good. And, then tomorrow, I think I'm going to... So, on the Wednesday after surgery, I had a hair appointment anyway. And I, went and got my hair colored and washed and braided, because I can't get my, like, I can't hold my right arm up high enough to do my hair right now. So what I may do is go tomorrow and see if they can work me in to wash it again and braid it again, just to get a few more days where I don't have to deal with it. I can just shower in a shower cap. So that's kind of what I'm thinking about doing tomorrow, is calling when they open and just seeing when they can work me in to wash it and braid it. So, yeah, otherwise, last weekend I went to Greenville. Did I talk about that yet? I'm sorry, maybe my brain this might be a very interesting WIP and chat. I may be all over the place. My brain might not be thinking linearly like it normally does. So I went to Greenville. One of the problems with going to Greenville, like, I love to see my nephews and niece and everything, but one of the problems with going to Greenville is I live in Huntsville, and to get to Greenville, you have to go through Atlanta. And that is what most of the drive is sitting in Atlanta traffic. Because you have to, like, there's not another good way to get from, especially on like a Friday afternoon, to get from, Alabama to Greenville, South Carolina. There's just not a good way. It's basically like go, in through North Georgia, go down 75, hit, I keep moving this, and I know that's messing up the view. I'm sorry. I don't need to stop. I had it all set up where it was working, I think, but yeah, so it took me like 7 hours. It's a 5-hour drive. It took me 7 hours to get from Huntsville to Greenville. Now I do drive an electric car. I do have to charge that electric car, so that does take longer than, that does add time to that drive, but not 2 hours. It adds like 30 to 45 minutes. And I stayed in a hotel in Greenville that had a charger, so I was able to charge overnight. And, you know, there's better chargers than the last time I drove that. You know, there's better and more chargers available and than the last time I went to Greenville. So but it was just it was a lot to sit in traffic and just spend, you know, that much time in traffic in Atlanta. Just made the drive not so fun. And on the way home, there were accidents, so it took me almost 7 hours to get home as well. More like 6.5, but yeah. So, and I came back on Saturday, so it was like a quick turnaround because I needed to get ready for the surgery. But it was good, like, you know, my nephew is so cute. He was turning 4, and he was very cute about it all, and he seemed to like his presents, which is good because I don't know if I've said this before, but I always get my nephews and niece books and college fund money. Like, I am the boringest aunt. I am just the boringest aunt, and I get them college money and books. So although I am going to stop that when they turn we're going to stop that when they turn 12, I think. I'm going to get them a Kindle. I got to do some research on what the best Kindle is for a 12-year-old, but I'm going to get it probably just the standard, you know, standard Kindle. I'm going to get them a Kindle, and then I will get them, probably Amazon gift cards. After I get them the Kindle. Still giving a little money to their college funds, which they don't really know that I do that. Because the oldest nephew will turn 12 in August. So they don't really know that I'm giving money towards college because they're not quite old enough to appreciate that. The older ones are, I guess, but yeah, it's just, let's see, what else? I'm trying to find, it's like I find the symbol and then I find the symbol that I had before and I find more of it. So, but in Greenville was good. You know, I like to see my brother and, you know, his wife. Like, I wish I spent more time with them throughout the year. You know, maybe that's more of a goal of mine, I think, this year, is to try to spend some more time with them. And, you know, the easier way for me to see them is to go up with my dad. Because it's not as bad to drive to my dad's house in Georgia and then do a day trip up to Greenville from there. Like, that's, you know, spend the weekend with my dad. So you kind of, you know, kill two birds with one stone, because I get to spend the weekend with my dad, and then we go up on Saturday, or, you know, to Greenville, or whatever day it is, but Saturday seems to be the weekend day that works for that. So we have that, and that option works. That option works pretty well because it's it's less driving on me, back-to-back days. And then, it's a decent amount of driving on my dad, but, I don't think he minds. But it's just way easier than sitting in traffic getting to Greenville. Only to kind of turn around the next day and come home. So, but Greenville was good. The drive was okay. I listened to my audiobook and some other things, and it was okay. I mean, it was the weather was nice, like, and then Sunday I was just washing all the clothes I have and cleaning up and making things, accessible and stuff like that. Getting the guest room into a guest room again. And then, then Monday, I went to my last exercise class for probably 4 weeks. That was good. Went out to dinner with my dad. And then went to bed. Tried to stay up a little bit later so I didn't wake up so early. But watched the Olympics and went to bed. And got up and went to the surgery center. Got up and diamond painted a little bit. And then went to the surgery center. And the surgery center was kind of a well-oiled machine. I do remember before they put me under, because you don't remember much, but I do remember before they put me under, I had a deep, deep itch in my arm. And they said they'd put some Benadryl into the thing, and then next thing I know, I was out. But I've been doing some research on the internet of how they actually lay you for shoulder surgery, and I think it's on your side. Because I've been trying to figure out why certain muscle groups hurt, like what position was I in? I mean, it's a 30-minute surgery. It's not a 45-minute surgery. It's not a long procedure, but like my chest muscles hurt a lot, and my collarbone hurts a lot, and the collarbone may be connected to the shoulder bones. I don't, that had the bone spur shaved off, so that may be why they hurt. I don't know. Just I'm trying to figure out why certain things hurt. I'm very grateful that my throat doesn't hurt anymore, because the breathing tube is what makes your throat hurt. And I haven't had a lot of nausea. I haven't had to take the nausea meds. So that's great. They gave me a pill for anti-nausea before the surgery. That was kind of a new thing, I guess. And I'm grateful. I don't like having nausea, but I think that worked, and I didn't have I haven't had any bad side effects from anything. The narcotics make me a little drowsy, but other than that, I haven't had any of the other side effects that can happen from anesthesia and narcotics. So I'm grateful for that. It's been very, very smooth. And I'm doing my PT exercises 3 times a day and icing 3 times a day, and hope to continue to do that. In fact, that's what I'll do when I finish here, is I will ice and do my, PT exercises. Went to PT this morning. They did say that I was in a sling, and they did say that when I'm home, I can go without the sling and just use it if I absolutely need it. So out of the sling, for, you know, I'll just use it probably if I leave the apartment, or like if I go walk, I may wear the sling, but that's mostly just to support the shoulder, you know, while I walk. So I don't have to hold it up on my side. And don't let it like swing. Just unnecessarily. But I've been working from home. I didn't really work a full day this week. I took off Tuesday. I worked Wednesday morning and a little bit Wednesday afternoon because I went to PT and I went to the salon and got my hair done. And then Thursday I worked in the morning, and then I worked then I took a nap and I worked the afternoon because I have been very tired, but I think it's because I'm not sleeping perfectly. Like, I don't know, my Fitbit seems to think I slept okay the last 2 nights, but I've been very tired. And I know some of that is just the healing process, like, the body is just having to heal from the surgery. So, and I have 3 little holes that have steri strips on them that I can't get wet. So I've been putting waterproof band-aids on them, and or like a waterproof dressing kind of thing on them, and hopefully they'll close up soon and we won't have to deal with that. But probably when I'll get told that I don't have to, that I can get them wet will probably be next Friday, because that's when I see the doctor again, is next Friday. And hopefully I will be off of pain meds and just waiting until I can like lift stuff normally with that hand. But to get back, what I'm going to try to do is get back to to personal training week after next, and we'll just avoid the shoulder and weights in that arm. So for another week or 2. And then I'll go back to class when I have a little bit of my endurance back. And then what else? I guess it's been kind of a low, slow week aside from the surgery. But because I had surgery, I didn't do a lot. because I had surgery, I'm not going to do a lot this weekend. This weekend I'm going to like I said, I may go get my hair done tomorrow, braided and washed. I may go get my nails done today. I may definitely gonna watch the Olympics. I'm gonna diamond paint a little bit this weekend. The Olympics will be finishing up this weekend, which is always kind of sad because they're fun to watch. And then I need to clean up a little bit and do laundry because I'm gonna keep, I don't have to, I don't think, but it sure is easier to wear these stretchy pants. But I could probably get a pair of jeans on if I wanted to. So, getting dressed is interesting. You can't manipulate your shoulder into all the positions you normally do. But I'm making it work. And but yeah, maybe washing my stretchy pants this weekend. And what else? Just cleaning, picking up. I don't know that I can take the trash out. I'll have to. I'm sure if I held it with my left hand only, I could take it. So it kind of depends on how heavy it is. Because I do have definitely a weight restriction. I can't carry anything heavier than like a cup or a plate, you know, like a glass or a plate is what most things say. You can't carry anything that has weight to it with the affected arm. And then I did receive 2 diamond paintings. I didn't order any, but I got my 2 that I ordered last week, which were, or on the Super Bowl. Was it this? Yeah, I think it was the Super Bowl buy one, get one. And I got the Dragling, Randall Spangler, something Valor. It's him with the sword and the shield, you know, with the Dragling with the sword and the shield. So that's cute. And then I got You've Got Mail, which is a Karomi Harai kitten painting that's kind of Valentine's Day. So that's fun. And then, so got those this week. Got my tax return already. It showed up today in my account, so that was good. I don't get big tax returns, but that's good. I can glad all that got finished, my taxes and stuff. And then Alabama's tax return will probably come in mid-March. The PMRs is what they call them, performance management reviews at work, have been approved. So we'll have our sit downs with our bosses soon. Hopefully there will be merit increases and stuff like that. But we have to wait and see. Wait and see. Work's been pretty... I was really proud of myself for getting, you know, the work I needed to get done on Monday, because I was struggling with, you know, anxiety about the surgery, but I was really proud of myself for getting my stuff off my list. And I have 2 projects going out right now, and I'm proud of my delegation, and proud of what we were able to get done. And then, so we'll get those 2 jobs out, and then we have another job we're working on. And so I can keep, and I'm working on some department standards that I need to spend some time on. So yep. What else? I'm kind of rambling. I'm sorry, guys, today. My shoulder doesn't hurt. And hurt is the wrong, like, word for it. It's a little, like, the muscles are sore around it. And it's a little achy. But mostly it's, like, the muscles, like the trapezius muscle, the bicep, the tricep, what's this muscle right here? Like, they're all tender and sore. Like the chest muscle, you know, whatever muscle runs... I think that's the chest muscle. Like, you know, the muscle that runs along the top of your shoulder. All those muscles are tight. Like, that's what hurts. It's not the joint, really. It's the tightness of the muscles. So... So it doesn't hurt any more than that, though. But I have been taking Advil. I need to put more putty in this. Or putty. I don't use putty. I need to put more wax in this multi-placer. It's not picking up drills real great. Not picking up drills real quick. In fact, let's do that. Do we have any putty in here? What putty? And do we have any wax in here is the question. Yes, we do. Okay. Got some wax that hasn't really been used. Okay. I like pink heart wax. That's solely what I use. It just works the best for me, and yep, it just works the best for me. Oh, I know I'm off camera. I have to get something flat. Well, I can come up here. I don't know if that's on camera or not. I don't know what's on camera today. Don't know what's on camera today. And then we push it in. Then we get this part pushed in. Let me see, do we have... Cool. Need to look at what Diamond Art Club is releasing this week. I've not been paying attention, or I need to catch Michaela Renee's vlog tonight. She usually goes through the releases for the week in her vlog. Just see if there's anything that I need to wish list or anything like that. Ow. I don't really need to spend the money, but I could wish list some stuff. Fear of missing out, you know? I get FOMO if I don't know what the... Yeah, if I don't know what the releases are and stuff like that, I get some FOMO. The video that you'll get this week is pretty short, but it, I filmed it before surgery. It's basically how I store my stash. I have a stash of 90-something paintings, kits, you know, no stash shaming, please. We all have, you know, stashes that fit with our lifestyles and stuff like that. So no stash shaming, but I kind of go through my stash and show how I store it in my 2-bedroom apartment. So that might be an interesting video to watch. It'll come out on Wednesday. And then we'll put out the question and answer video. I'll probably give it a week to see if I get some questions that I can answer in that video. And we'll do a giveaway in that video. So be sure to put your questions down on this video or on the community tab post. And yeah, it's so exciting. You know, if I don't get enough questions to fill kind of a whip and chat style video, I may just talk about some stats about my YouTube video and how I got into diamond painting and how I got into YouTube and all that stuff. So we may talk about some of that, but feel free to ask questions. We have 1 week left in February, really. Yeah, next Saturday is the last day of February. So I need to look and see, like, I know fairy tales and folklore and fandom, like, I know fairy tales and folklore, there's no, like, finish required to get, those are just weekly prizes, and I think Fandom February is the same thing. I think there was no finish required, so I don't have to get Loki finished before next Friday, which is good because he's not going to get finished before next Saturday. I could probably get Miko the cat finished before next Saturday, though. And I think Alyssa's Lunar New Year may have a grand prize that you can... it may have a grand prize element to it. That if you finish your kit... I don't know. I'll have to look back at her videos and see. But I could finish Miko And then I'll be kitting up. Well, I may not kit anything up for March. I'll be working for the mini. There's that mini madness, DP madness, mini DP madness thing that sounds like fun. I'm gonna finish my animals from what is that from? Those cute little animals. That mini set from the Miniola, the Oraloha. I have the Mini Loa animal set, and I have 6 of those to finish. So I'm gonna finish those that'll be my entry into the Mini DP Madness, because you need to do 6 and post your progress on that one. So I will participate in that, but that's not something I need to kit up. And then I'll keep working, like hopefully I'll finish Home is Where the Magic Is by the end of March, because I wanted to be able to kit up another Spangler house for April. So that may be a lot to work on in March. But we'll see how diamond painting goes this weekend and next week. And yeah, we'll see how all that goes. What I'm reading is What Happens in Amsterdam. It's what I read. I'm listening to it. It is the book club for Natalie at Dr. Pepper. No, Diet Coke, Diamonds, and Natalie at Diet Coke and Diamonds, and Michaela Renee. It's for their book club, and it's What Happens in Amsterdam, and I'm 77% done. So I should be able to get that finished before the end of the month. And then I am 23% through The Discovery of Witches, which is a book I've read many, many times. And then what I've been watching is the Olympics and YouTube. And I've been watching YouTube and the Olympics will go till Sunday, so I'll watch the closing ceremonies, and then we'll have to wait 2 years for some more Olympics. And I think that's 2028, which is in LA, maybe? I think it's in LA. And then 2030 is in Europe somewhere, I think. But, where is it in? Lake Placid. I can't remember. But thanks for putting up with me today, and this kind of blabbering idiot. And be sure to like and subscribe, and put your questions down below or on the community tab. And stay tuned for the video with the giveaway. And that's all I got for you. Have a wonderful weekend or week or day or whatever you watch this. Talk to you later. Bye.